okearin.
Yeah. Thanks to Allah. We are going to find the secret of the secret. My friend, Happy New Year. How's your mom? Thank God. Thank God. Right here. Oh yeah. Okay, so Okearin is a major wholesale market in Lagos. It is very popular, but people know it for the crowd. Oh, sorry, my neighbors have a dog. If that's filtering in, please disregard. So Okearin is in Lagos, and it's close to Akpongwon, right? And so I'll drive, and then I'll park under the Akpongwon bridge itself, and there's parking there. It's quite easy. It's not a big deal, and then I walk into the market. Now it is known for its wholesale pricing, right? That you really can't go there just to buy one single item, right? If you're buying one single item, it's a carton of something. That's how the market is. How did I start going to Okearin? When I got married, I was living on the mainland. I was living in Yaba in my mom's house, and then I got married and moved to Lekki, and I would go to the store at the weekend to just top up on provisions, little things, right? And I would just come out with a bag, 2 bags, 15k, 18k, 20k, and I'm like, I was living in Yaba. I wasn't spending like this. Like all of a sudden, like prices have just bad, have things really gone bad overnight. And this was like what, 6 years ago. And then I just used to do it back to back until one day I sat down and I told myself, no, it's not possible. Let's not deceive ourselves. Like, people are still drinking Milo, people are still taking milk. Like, it can't be this expensive. I can't see what I'm buying that it's just one plastic bag or 2, and I'm spending 20k, 25k. And so I now remember that my mom used to bulk buy. My mom had a customer in Mushin. My mom had a customer, like she had customers everywhere that she used to buy specific things from, you know. And so I called my mom and I told her that, okay, I want to buy some things and I'll give you a list. Now, you know the way mommies can be, right? I told her, okay, I want this particular type of kitchen towel. I want this particular type of this. And then she go to the market and she's like, this one was like 1/4 the price of the one you put there. So I just bought it. I'm like, no, but I want this one in particular. So as not to annoy myself, like after that batch of purchases were done, like I was done with them, I was like, oh, like, you know what? You are young, you have 2 legs, right? Okearin is not far from your office. Get up and go. So one Saturday morning, I got up and I drove with my nanny and we went to Okearin. So that's how it started. So the first thing is why. This is the famous titles. Yes, this shows that I'm a billionaire. So on my last trip to Okearin, I bought a carton which has like 48 or 50 pieces in it for like 10,000 naira, which brings it to about 200 naira or 180-ish per piece, right? Currently in the stores, Titus is about 600 naira per piece, 650 naira per piece. So literally I went to Okearin and it was 26,000 for a carton. However, I still have like 2 cartons left for my last trip, right, which was a year ago, to show you how much I have piled up over time. And it expires in 2024, right? I don't know, you can see, yes, Titus. Of course, it's too tiny for you to see the expiry date, which is written here, right? It expires in 2024, right? I just walked away. I didn't need to buy. I'm like, okay, I can literally use those 2 cartons for another 2 years and just manage, right? But that's the benefit of bulk shopping, right? Especially when prices are not stable. And if you're in Nigeria, the truth is prices are either going to be flat. That means if you bulk buy right now, you won't lose anything, or they're going to go up, meaning that better buy now while stock lasts. That's the first reason. Now the second reason is for people that live in areas where you enter a supermarket, you just have 2 nylons, 2 plastic bags, and you just spend 30k and like, what did I just buy? So I went to the store, right? And this is what I bought. This kitchen towel, right? If you have kids, you know how useful these things can be, right? At home. And even though they might appear pricey, they actually worth the numbers, especially when compared to those regular tissue ones that just break up, right? So this, I went to the store and I realized that they're selling for 2,000 naira. Guess what? I bought it for 15k. How much is 15,000? For 15,000 for a pack of 12. Let's calculate. 15 divided by 12. That's 1,250. Can you imagine? Guys, can you imagine? Can you see the savings? Can you see where your money is going? Like, I have, like, the only thing, sorry, my blogging skills, I need to improve on it. So this is like my first blog, so yeah, just bear with me. And also bear with me because I mean the real-time videos were recorded vertically. That's like a YouTube no. But yeah, remove. But this is where your money is going. Imagine buying this. Imagine buying 12 of this in store just because you want to bulk shop. You won't see value. Yeah, you really won't see value there, right? That's why you end up, when you go to the store, you just end up buying what you need because it's annoying to buy so much. Yeah. To put it into context, right? I would spend 150 to 180k and it will last me a whole year. I just told you that I still have sardine from last year. It hasn't finished. I still have tissue from last year. I still have Kirkland, that's kitchen towel from last year. It hasn't yet finished. I just stock up. I just top up on it, right? Imagine me spending that amount of money. You literally can go to a major store, like the major stores, especially in Lekki, and spend 100k and it will last you 2 months, right? So if you are into 30k every week, you don't know what you're buying, then taking that one trip to okearin, that will pretty much take you about 2 to 3 hours, including drive time to and fro, is the way forward. It will save you a whole lot of money. So the first step in achieving this okearin journey is that you need to have a list. You need to know what you buy. You need to know the provisions that you have, that you need, based on your family needs, blah blah blah. You need to have your list, and I will drop like a list, a guide, in the description box. You can download it for free, right, just to help you in your money journey. Why do you need to have your list? So you have guidance, you have direction. The way the market works is that there are distributors, like wholesale distributors of particular items. So if you see someone selling milk, they probably have different types of milks there, or different types of products that are related with milk. So you can have someone selling milk, sugar, Cerelac, Golden One. You get those kind of things that are locally made. Then you find someone that they import stuff, and then you just see all the different types of Kellogg's, all the different types of, all those brands in one place together. So if you have your list, right, you can literally just go to one place and check off 5 things at the same time in one purchase. To go to the next place, check off like 4 things in one purchase, bam. The next thing you need to know is carry cash. Carry cash. Me at the ATM, this is like the worst thing about going to okearin. Like, it's the most annoying thing. Network is bad. This is Jaga.
Is you I'm talking my vlog?
This is Jaga struggling to transfer money. I think she didn't end up transferring. She had to like hustle. Like, it was such a mess. Like, sorting out payment was a mess because she thought she could transfer. It didn't work. There is no POS in that whole market. There is no distributor that is collecting payments via POS in that home market. So humbly come with cash. So the next thing you need to do is that you need to, once you get to the market, just get an elaborate. In fact, the way it works is that you don't even need to look for them. They will find you. They know how to profile who their customers are, really. And I'll also tell you why it's important to have an elaborate, especially if you're going for the first time. But what's an elaborate? Elaborate is basically a porter. Now, the way the market is structured, there are women that go around to help you carry stuff, and so they will carry it either with like a wooden board or with like a basin, depending on the size of what you are buying. And also, those ladies are very useful. Now, the first time, the very first time I went to okearin, one lady just walked up to me and like, oh, can I help you carry stuff? And I had no preference, like, okay, let's go. And then she's like, what do you want to buy? And I told her, she said, let me take it to the distributor. So they know the market, right? in that same market, there are people that buy from the distributors and resell. But if you find a distributor, that is going to be the cheapest price you will find in the market. Also because they're going to be helping you carry your load, because you're going to have a lot of load. This lady was selling different things. So one of the signs that you're not a distributor is when you're selling different things. She's selling tissue. She was selling tissue. She was selling plastic bags. She was selling ones for washing dishes. She was selling all sorts of things. So that's the first time. When they're selling many things, they are not distributors. They are resellers. They just happen to have a store in the market. So I would recommend to know the distributor, ask your alabaro. Beware, because I've also had experiences where the alabaro took me to her friends. It was Lagos. She took me to her friends. Like, she took me to places that I just realized that, okay, this baby just carrying me to people that she wants. Maybe she has like a pact with them so that maybe she gets a cut if she brings market to them. Do you get? But the major sign is that the distributors sell one thing. Most times they are stocked up on one thing. And the next tip for me is I don't price. Like I said, I buy from distributors. My job is to find the distributor. Once I find the distributor, next time I come to the market, I do not price. Whatever price you give me, except for things like rounding down and up. You know, when it's like 15,100, I'm like, no, I'm paying you 15K. Apart from those kind of things, I will not actually price. Like, why? Because it wastes time. And I don't know. I'm just a very decisive person. Also because there's a time constraint. I don't want to spend that much time in the market. And I go in the morning. If you stay too long, then the human beings appear. Yes, I forgot to mention. Okearin attracts human beings, plenty of them. So you need to hurry up, get to the market early, and leave on time. By the time you start pricing and haggling and running around for 100 naira like our mothers do, you have wasted time, and then it just ceases to make sense. And then when there's now crowd in the market, it is so disgusting. I cannot deal, right? My yellow is like the fresh one, you agree? But then the final thing I'll need to tell you is that your first trip will be the longest, except if you go with someone that knows the way already, because you might not know how to arrange your list. Now my list is arranged in order of where I shop, so I know my journey round, and I know the last person I buy from, and I leave the market, right? It is very important, and I also did some, and I would say that a lot of these things we probably were scarred by our mothers. And the amount of time they spent in the market, and like, no, I can't deal. But I tell you for a fact, it is not that stressful. I don't like stress. The major contribution to stress in a trip to Okearin is, one, if you don't have cash, if you don't carry cash, and two, if you start haggling for price around the whole place. Those are the two things that add stress to the conversation, and that's not my forte at all. I do not do both of those. Another case in point is Ziploc. I forgot. So I actually, like I said, I went I did some price comparison, right? I went to a store, a very popular store, massive store, that is like opening branches everywhere in Lekki right now. Like everywhere in Lekki, like they're just collecting all our money, right? And so after my trip to Okearin, I went there to check, and I bought 2 cartons of Ziploc, different sizes, the sandwich size and then the bigger one, the bigger gallon size, and each of those were 6,000 per carton, and they have 4 inside, meaning 1,500 for one. And then I get to this store, and the big bags are 3,000 for one, and the smaller ones are like 2,950. Guys, that's where your money is going. As much as prices have gone up, it's really not that bad. Or rather, yes, prices have gone up, it is bad, but there are ways to manage. Sorry, someone is drilling. I'm not sure if it's feeding into the sound, but there's some construction work around, so if it's feeding in, please disregard. So this is also now way out of the market, right? This is not even up to half of what we got, because they had gone on like 3 trips to deliver stuff to our cars. And sorry, I forgot to record when we got there. When we got to our cars, I still stopped by to buy some fresh veggies before signing out though. If you have any questions, please drop in the comment section. I'll be sure to answer. And if you also have any hacks around managing your pricing and your costs at this time, especially in Nigeria, because prices have skyrocketed. So if you have any tips around it, please feel free to share in the comment section. Thank you. I thank you to Jaga. Trust this was useful. Don't forget that you can't outsource your health and your finances. You have to engage.